G'day everyone, welcome back to the Yellow Drift channel. Today I'm going to try and fix this issue, the alignment of my throttle body and the intercooler. So I've got 3.5 inch aluminium donut. Got to weld that together. Then cut this Wiggins style clamp off here, the Tarks clamp. And weld on some sections of that donut bend and try and get it to line up with this silicon if I can. If not, I'll have to cut this back here as well and adjust that maybe as well, get that to line up, and then that'll be the piping done. Another feather in the hat. What else did I do? Picked up some side skirts, Vertex-ish, not bad, and the rear bar. So I wasn't going to run a rear bar, but then I saw a video of a FD drifting and didn't have a rear bar and it looked kind of jacked. So we want this car to look nice and low, so the body kit will help that. Since they don't have a lot of suspension travel, you can't exactly slam them because you lose like 80% of their travel if you do that. So I need it to look nice. So I haven't fitted up the wide body of that yet. So body kit later. Got to do knuckles first, work out wheel size, bolt on the front fenders. I got wide body, I think 25mm wide body fenders on the roof, which I got to bolt on yet. Then I can work out max width front wheels. I'm hoping they're just run square set, so 1810s all around or something. That way if I have a damage of front, I can just use another rear one for the front on the day or something like that. But yeah, at the moment, going to do this. So bear with me. Do some time lapse TIG welding and see if we can get this thing to line up. Alrighty, so I cut the donut in half, the grinder, and I've also wire wheeled with the stainless wheel. A fine stainless wheel around the edges to take the oxide layer off, and then because that's like super hard apparently and hard, it makes it hard for your TIG to get through. So you take that off with the wire wheel. Only a light wire. You can see I've only just sort of left like a, I don't know, like a cloudy edge on it. And then clean it with the acetone. I mean, this is pretty dirty, but my little work area here, it's not nice at all as far as alloy welding goes, but I'm not super good at it, but I like to do it because I just like to make things myself. So I don't know. Like if I was making something for someone, I'd probably be ashamed of the welds, but when I do it for myself, I'm kind of like, yep, that's good enough. It'll hold. Whoosh, that stuff stinks. This is an Aeroflow bend, and doesn't actually meet in the middle, in the center part, in the whole part of the donut there. You can see there's like a 2mm gap, which is a bit disappointing. So I don't know, you could flap it down the whole edge here, but then you're gonna get like flapper disc in your joint. So I think what I'm gonna do is just weld the outside and then clamp the inside. Squeeze it together. Ooh. It worked better like that. And yeah, so I'll tack this on the outside. I'm gonna hold this nice. Like if you want to get into TIG welding, I highly recommend it. If you like, there's you and a few of your mates with cars, you'll use it all the time. The alloy is actually a lot easier than stainless, and you make all your intercooler piping out of alloy. It's lighter, it's it's more crushable if you're drifting and you have accidents. Your intercooler piping won't, like, if you use stainless then it's like super strong. It'll really smash the end of your throttle body or smash the end of your turbo if you have a big crash. Whereas the alloy will just crush. And it's lighter. The lighter is faster. And obviously if you get into welding, there's all kinds of tools and clamps and it's pretty expensive. Like, I just use the Bunnings gas bottles, swap and go from Bunnings, purely for the convenience of getting it after hours, because obviously it's not my day job, so I can't just go out in the middle of the day and get gas. I have to get it when I get home from work, so usually it's quite convenient to get it from Bunnings because they're open late, but I think Supergas is the company that supplies the Bunnings. There we go, close that gap up with this funky pipe clamp thingy. Vice grip pipe clamp thing. Okie dokie. It'd be nice to have a big steel welding bench that I could put the earth on properly instead of using this piece of slightly heat warped aluminium that makes my workpieces all rock and wobbly, and you know, it's definitely not optimal, but you know, like the TIG I use is a Unimig. I think it was like $16.50 plus the pedal was like $250, which is, the pedal's good if you're like, you know, you're not doing it full time, you're not used to using the button and the torch and the adjuster knob thingy. If you're not good at setting it because you're, you know, not qualified, the pedal makes it a lot easier to control. And basically fix your stuff ups as you're going. Always remember to turn your gas on. Always get some tungstens and keep them pre-sharpened so that you can sort of keep going with what you're doing, because if you're a bit like me and you accidentally get out of position and you dip your tungsten, you got to go over and sharpen it and come back, and sort of ruins the flow a bit, I find. Anyways, yeah, I guess we'll time lapse this because it'll take a while. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so I cut off a section of the donut bend, and I'm going to weld it onto this bit of straight so that I've got some more meat to it, because I need to cut this in half, because I was just sizing up how much angle I needed, and I need to cut this one back by about 15 degrees or something, so it doesn't leave very much here. So when you're cutting with the grinder, it may grab or, you know, twist or deform it, so I need to have a bit of straight on here anyway afterwards. So I'm going to weld it onto this tube now. That gives me something to hold it with, and then I can manipulate it and cut it and make it to suit. So it's going to tack this on here, and keep fitting the pieces up. Poo! So slippery. Stuck the tungsten in again. It's going pretty well. Anyway. Too high. So you've probably noticed you need to keep a lot of blocks and things around to stack up so you can like rest your hand on and get in a good position. Ew. Slipped. The piece rolled. Very slippery. Sorry about the profanities. Tungsten number 3. Right up. I got my stainless steel brush for doing alloy, and I write alloy only on it because when your friends come around and they need a wire brush, they'll just grab anything they see. So if you're gonna get a TIG and do some alloy and stainless, then you need to have stainless brushes, and you need people not to use them to degrease their motors. So you should probably write on them. Try not to get too greedy this time and keep going around the pipe. Too badly. Stuck the tungsten a couple of times. Luckily enough, it's on the bottom, so that's not usually how it happens. Usually, if you stick your tungsten in, it happens right at the top where everyone can see it. But yeah, I gotta cut that much off it there. See, I started with the grinder, but then I was struggling to hold it in my hand because the grinder grabs, cutting just fills up with alloy, and then the grinder starts to grab. So I decided to weld it on this bit of tube so that I can hold it easy. There's gas in it left. Got a little bit. Hopefully enough to finish this job. Oops. So we got this thing. Go in the back. Hot, hot, hot. That's hot. Ow, ow. Tony. Hey. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, gimbal. Come on, buddy. Don't carried away on gimbal. We're having beers. Kind of annoying, but I'm cutting it with the grinder and then I'm cutting bits from side to side, so it ends up a bit gappy. So you gotta flapper all that down and then file it is probably the best option to get any contaminants from the cutting disc out of there and the flapper disc with a clean file. But yeah, I gotta kind of do like an S-bendy thing like this, and then leave like 1 inch of straight pipe, weld a bead around there so the silicone can go onto there, and then weld that directly onto the throttle body. That's what I'll be doing. It's still hot. Better not use my TIG welding gloves for the dirty work. Changing gloves. I'll be back. Alrighty, so I've welded together the bends that I cut and welded a bead on the bit of straight, and I just tacked on the bend bit onto the throttle body while I was in the car to get it in the right spot. And then I'm going to pull the guts out of the throttle body again so that I can weld this around here without any risk of upsetting the internals of this thing. So stay tuned while we do that. Whoa, see you, mate. That'll be all the intercooler piping done. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to run a bob yet. Okay. See how it goes in the dyno. Add one after, maybe. In the interests of turbo longevity. Do like them doses. Just pop it off there again. I was mainly worried about overheating the circuit board there. Take off one cog, just slides off. Leave that sit there. That's time lapse because you've seen this already. Alrighty. Welded that thing on there. Managed to not stick the tungsten in once. That went pretty well. Just got to put this thing back together. Then I can bolt that on, and that's the intercooler piping done. Yes. Alrighty then. So I've done that. Clean that up with some, what do you call it, Scotch Brite. Went and got some bolts, Allen-key bolts, stainless ones, to screw that in all the way. So it's only got a single silicone on that side, so I'm a bit worried about engine twist, and that might pull off there, but it does have pretty much solid mounts, so shouldn't really be twisting much. But we'll see on the dyno, I guess. That's where these things will become apparent. If that happens and it's too tight, then may have to end up going more of a front mount, move the intercooler down to the front or something, but see how that goes. The side's all done. I welded on a bit of I think that's like 6mm or 8mm alloy plate, so I can tap a nipple in there for the boost controller. Yeah, radiator line's done. Just got a silicone hose for the bottom radiator line, so that'll just go straight on. And waiting on a V-band clamp to do the exhaust. Ordered it on eBay and then didn't look where it was coming from. It said China, so I'll see that in 3 weeks. Actually, I want to start working on the wheels, or getting the wheels in position, sort of eye align it, and then do the knuckles on the front. Then I can work out what size wheels to buy. So probably fit up the wide body on the back as well. Swap the front guards over for the wide body guards. What else is to do in the engine bay? Something fairly major. Power steering. I've got to make a power steering pump bracket to go down nice and low down there, so it's not so hideous, and leave me a bit of room for the intake pipe and the turbo. Yeah, might work on that next actually. Do all the hard non-bolt-on type parts. But would be nice to see some wheels on there in the wide body and have it looking more like I've achieved something, rather than just constantly working on the engine and plumbing things up. They are fairly major items, so it was a bit of a tick. This whole headlight tight work area is made it kind of hard. Like even here, the air filter's either got to go down here somewhere underneath the cooler pipe, because I don't think it'll actually fit here, because the front wheel will obviously, you can see the disc there, so it's not going to be a lot of room just there for a pod filter. The motors for the headlights sort of hang up here, so there's not really space. It kind of has to go in there somewhere. So anyway, put the power steering pump in first, down below it, so that I can work out where the air filter can go, because it's the most, not so important, as long as it gets air in there. Stick it out the bonnet like all the V8 cars. Yeah. Nah. Okay. Cool. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned next time. Check out aladrift.com.au for the merch. Some plenty of stuff. New driver shirts and stuff, so check that out. Yeah, we're back with more stuff in the rx7 and hopefully some events soon. Bye.